Okay, so I know my swash plate's level, and with this head, there's only two links you can adjust on this head. These two long ones coming from the swash plate to the mixing arms. These links and these links are plastic and they stay fixed. So one way that I was shown to check this is, because the blades are really small, so they have a pitch adapter, but you can also stick like a straight Allen wrench in there and see if you get the fly bar level, if that blade grip is straight up and down. Well, if you see that lining up with the main shaft. And if it doesn't, then you can just adjust the link so that it does. But again, there's only just those two links. But amazingly enough, from the factory, a lot of these links seem to be pretty good. That's pretty surprising that they're all that close. But I may need to adjust them later. I may need to bring the swash plate up. I may need to bring it down. But I'll find that out after some testing. So what I'm going to do now is, I know that my tail servo moves in the right direction. I know that my servos are all level at mid-stick. Now one other thing is I need to make sure that my swash plate moves in the right direction. Now I've already hooked this up before on these kind of helicopters, so I already know the order of where I plug my servos and what to do. But again, this is, I'm just going to show you guys, this is a stock Belt CP radio. Originally, aileron and throttle are on normal, and elevator and rudder are reversed on this one. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do to make mine work the proper direction is, because see, right now when I go forward stick, the swash plate tilts back. Let's show you here. Swash plate should tilt forwards. So to change this, all I'm going to do, down here on the bottom, so it says elevator, switch that, and what that does is it changes the mixing, so now you push forward stick, the swash plate will tilt forward. And backwards. And then I already know my left to right is already good. That's why, and then also my pitch is good too. Go up, swash plate goes up, go down, swash plate goes down. So now I know all the functions are correct. The one thing I do need to check is I need to make sure my gyro is operating in the right direction. So when I pull the tail towards me, when I yank it towards me, I want to see the pitch, the tail servo linkage, try to go backwards. And it's hard to see on the video, but right now it does push to the back when I pull it this way. So I know my gyro is operating in the right direction. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my blades on, just go through and double check everything. I'm going to zip tie these wires on the side, and I'm just going to go and make sure my motor's going in the right direction and go up for a test hover. Okay, blades are on. Now I just need to make sure I've got the motor going in the right direction, but because I've never used this speed controller before, and like I said before, there's not really anything you can do. There's only like 3 things you can change on it, but stock, you don't need to change those. The only thing you need to do is, and this is going to sound crazy, but this is what you got to do. So, turn your transmitter on. The first time, this is for only, usually you only have to do this once. Put your throttle stick at full. Now, it's not in idle up. Okay, it's still in normal mode. But put your throttle stick at full stick, and what you're going to do is plug the helicopter in. It's going to beep like 2 or 3 times, I think, and then I'm going to lower the throttle stick all the way down. And that's just setting the endpoints, or the throttle limits, for the speed controller. Let the helicopter do its thing. Now I'm holding the helicopter just in case anything happened, but nothing should do anything. It beeps once, twice, 2, 3, and then all the way down. Well, that beeped 4 times. Now it beeped again. Beeped twice. That's just to say it's got a 2-cell battery. So what it did was it beeped once, beeped twice, and then another 2 beeps fairly fast. I lowered the throttle stick, beeped again, beeped twice. Now, when I move my throttle stick, the motor is going to start spinning up right when I want it to. Now, obviously, you can see it's going in the right direction. If it wasn't going in the right direction, all I would have to do is change 2 wires. And that's any 2, doesn't matter which 2. So, now it is time for a test flight. Okay, just going up for a little hover. Now I did already do some adjusting on the gyro. and I didn't film that just because it was really boring. But that was basically, I started spinning it up. The tail was wagging back and forth, so I set it down, shut it off, went through, adjusted the gain. Originally, the gain was all the way up, so I just started adjusting it down and just adjusted it down a little bit, plugged it in, tried spinning it up, tail kept wagging, shut it off, unplugged it, turned the gain down a little bit more. Kept doing that until I found like a pretty decent spot. I still got some tuning to do, but I just wanted to show you a quick little hover of it.